Do you like wasting your precious finite time on Earth? Perfect, because this is 10 minutes of useless animal facts that will make you question why you even clicked on this video, your life choices, and maybe even the evolutionary process itself. Here we go. Sea cucumbers can literally eject their intestines out of their ass as a defense mechanism. Can you imagine being so done with life that you just projectile shit your own organs out and call it a day? Cause I can. Apparently, there is a common misconception about sloths. Some people think if you shake or turn a sloth the wrong way, they explode. Something about them being full of gas because they only shit once a week. Which is true, by the way. They do only shit once per week. But I can assure you, no matter how hard you twist, shake, or even juggle a sloth, they will not explode. If you really want that, just build a pipe. I've been told I need to say this. And I quote, "I cannot stress the importance of me saying this enough. Do not tell viewers to juggle sloths and or build a pipe." Sometimes pandas will actually fake a pregnancy to get more food from zookeepers. It is not known if they do it purposefully, since their hormone levels actually do go up, meaning this might just be something that kind of happens. But many zookeepers do suspect that some pandas have caught on and are now faking their pregnancy. Male giraffes drink a female giraffe's piss to check if they're ovulating. There's no smooth way to transition from that, it's just what they do. They can do some weird chemistry just in their mouth somehow, which would be cool if it wasn't so disgusting. I'm here for a quick interruption to tell you to, subscribe! More than 90% of the people watching this will not be subscribed to the channel, and these videos just take ages to make. Your support means the world, that's it. Back to the video. There are over 20 quadrillion ants on this planet. I want to figure out how many humans you could make out of ants for every person on this planet. So let's do the math. I'm gonna go fast, try to keep up. If we average out the length and height of all ants, not taking into account the antennas and legs, and we form it into a cube, we get to an average of 3.5 by 3.5 millimeters. There are about 8 billion people on Earth according to the Worldometer. 20 quadrillion ants divided by 8 billion people leaves us with about 2.5 million ants per person. By our measurements, an ant should be about 42.875 cubic millimeters. Times that by 2.5 million, that is about 107,187,500 cubic millimeter. The average volume of an adult man is about 75 liters, or 75 million cubic milliliters. Meaning that for every single person on this planet, you could create almost 1.5 full-sized human sculptures, just made out of ants. Links to my sources are in the bio for if you want to double check my math. It's 4 AM and I'm fucking tired. The Turritopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish, can literally reverse its aging and turn itself back into a baby when it's stressed. Basically just the, nah, let's try again of the animal kingdom. It's crazy. Now let's talk about axolotls, the animal equivalent of a grown adult who still lives in their childhood bedroom. Axolotls are salamanders that just refuse to grow up. They're supposed to go through metamorphosis, get legs, crawl onto land, start paying taxes or whatever, but axolotls looked at the whole maturing thing and just said, nah. Blobfish actually look totally normal in deep water, but the moment you bring them to the surface, their bodies basically deflate like a sad balloon. They're supposed to live under thousands of pounds of pressure, so when they're up here, they just melt. Mantis shrimp are what you get when evolution gives up, and they just start adding DLCs. These things can punch so fast that the water around their fist literally boils, and the impact is strong enough to break an aquarium glass. Nature gave them the power of a tiny underwater forklift and then also gave them the most complex eyes on the planet for absolutely no reason. Mantis shrimp didn't evolve, they min-maxed. Behold, peasants. The platypus is proof that evolution sometimes hits shuffle and just walks away. It's a mammal, but it has a duck bill, a beaver tail, otter feet, and it lays eggs. Like some kind of biological prank. Oh, and the males have venomous spurs on their legs because why not? It's Australia. Scientists didn't even believe the first specimen was real. They thought someone stitched animals together as a joke. Archerfish hunt by spitting. Yes, spitting. like tiny aquatic snipers. They shoot jets of water at bugs with stupid accuracy, knocking them off leaves and into the water like it's a first-person shooter. They literally adjust for distance, angle, and light refraction, which is more math than I ever did in high school. Octopuses are escape artists. Put them in a tank and they will squeeze through a hole the size of a coin. If you put them in a jar, they can open it from the inside. They learn faces, solve puzzles, and generally act like they're planning a heist. The octopus is basically a wet, boneless criminal mastermind. If they ever evolve lungs, humanity is done. Kangaroos have 3 vaginas, which is already a lot emotionally to deal with, but the real kicker is that they can be pregnant with 3 babies in 3 different stages of development at the same time. I don't know if I like this fact. Ostriches don't actually bury their heads in the sand, but honestly, they might as well, because when they run away from danger, they just forget to turn. Deep sea anglerfish mating is basically body horror. The males are tiny, and when they find a female, they bite her and fuse into her body until they're just a pair of tiny testicles she carries around permanently. Horseshoe crabs have blue blood that's used in medical testing because it clots around bacteria instantly. So every time you get a vaccine or a medical implant, you're benefiting from the royal smurf blood of the horseshoe crab. Starfish don't have brains. I think I might be a starfish. Vultures literally vomit on themselves as a defense mechanism. The vomit itself isn't just regurgitated food. It's often a highly acidic, foul-smelling substance that can deter even the most persistent predator. The logic is simple. Overwhelm the attacker's sensors with an unpleasant experience, creating an opening for an escape. Sea otters often have a favorite rock that they carry around in their armpits. They also hold hands while they sleep so they don't float away, which is just so adorable. Cuttlefish are masters of camouflage. They're able to change their skin color, texture, and even reflectivity in under a second. The cuttlefish uses millions of chromatophores, iridophores, and leucophores. These are specialized cells that let them mimic coral, sand, rocks, and even other animals. They don't just copy colors, they can produce complex patterns and optical illusions to confuse predators and prey. It's f***ing awesome. Axolotls don't just avoid metamorphosis, they also have unmatched regenerative abilities. The axolotl can completely regrow limbs, spinal cord segments, parts of their brain, and even portions of internal organs, without scarring. Honeybees use a waggle dance to communicate the exact direction and distance of food sources. A returning honeybee will vibrate, circle, and angle its body so other bees know how far to fly, which direction relative to the sun, and how good a food source is. Wood frogs can literally freeze solid and come back to life. During winter, the wood frog allows ice to form around its organs and under its skin. Its liver produces glucose that floods the cells and prevents internal damage from freezing. Their heart stops, they stop breathing, and then they thaw in the spring and resume life like normal. Tardigrades can survive environments that would kill nearly any other organism. The tardigrade can handle extreme radiation, near absolute zero temperatures, boiling water, deep sea pressures, and even the vacuum of space. They do this by entering a tun state, expelling water from their bodies and suspending metabolism to almost zero. In that form, they can survive decades until conditions improve. Narwhals have a tusk that's actually just an elongated spiral tooth filled with millions of nerve endings. The narwhal can sense changes in water temperature, pressure, and salinity through it. The tusk is so sensitive that narwhals can detect chemical gradients that help them find prey beneath thick ice. It's essentially a giant externally exposed sensory organ. Electric eels generate electricity using modified muscle cells called electrocytes. A fully charged electric eel can produce shocks up to 600 volts, strong enough to stun prey, defend itself, or even navigate murky water using low voltage pulses as a biological radar system. They can release hundreds of pulses per second to overwhelm targets. It's so fucking cool. Here we are. The final fact. After over 20 hours of research and 100 hours of editing later. This is it. The final, most important fact of the video. If you yell at a snail, it will not respond. Most scientists agree this is because it cannot hear you, and also, it thinks it's better than you. that should be the entire 10 minutes filled up. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. This video took fucking ages to make. Love you guys. Bye bye.